What's up, guys? This is Rachel Graham, just driving home from work. I just wanted to come on here and just briefly talk about ketones and the ketogenic lifestyle and where I'm at. I haven't done a check-in video in a little bit. I am 108 days keto. Super exciting, feels amazing. Just wanted to give you a brief rundown of what exactly I eat and how I incorporate therapeutic ketones into my lifestyle, and how you can get in touch with me if you're interested in them. And yeah, basically just that. For those of you that are new to my channel, this is the first video you're watching. I do drive and record a lot, so I won't be looking at the camera unless I'm stopped at a light like I am right now. So I got started with the ketogenic lifestyle by doing a 10-day experience. So what that is you receive 10 individual packets of therapeutic or exogenous ketones, and I am an independent promoter with the company Prove It. And I wasn't a promoter when I tried it, obviously. I just wanted to try it as a customer. So I purchased the ketones from a promoter that I actually met on Instagram. And I started my 10-day experience, and I also decided that I was going to eat a ketogenic diet as well as drinking the therapeutic ketones. Now, you don't have to do that. You can just start drinking the ketones and gradually adjust what you're eating. But I just wanted to go all in and get the optimized results. So the optimized results happen when you're being as close to the ketogenic diet as possible and also drinking the ketones. So when do you drink the ketones? Well, you drink them first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. For your first 10-day experience, I would recommend doing a big glass of water and then drinking your ketones. And depending on what flavors you get in your kit, some are a little sweeter than others, so I would always err on the side of caution and add 12 ounces of water with ice, lots of ice. That's a 100% requirement. If I don't have ice, I will not drink my ketones until I go to the gas station and get some ice. You could even, go to Starbucks and get some ice there. Most places will give you ice for free, or 25 cents or something. So to get started, you will need a blender bottle. Here's mine. And ice. And then you do need electrolytes. So in the PDF that I'll send you when you purchase your 10-day experience, if you choose to do it, it'll give you a link to the type of electrolyte that basically I use and the people above me use, and recommended to me. And it's just really easy. You take 2 tablets and then you drink your ketones. And the ketones are in powdered form, so they just mix with ice water. Some people like to do a almond milk with their certain flavors, like the chocolate swirl or the Swiss cacao is really good with almond milk or even coconut milk. So that's a fun option, but you don't need a blender. You don't need to have any bananas on hand, peanut butter, whatever. You just need a shaker bottle and ice to drink this, and access to water. So it's pretty awesome. It's super easy to incorporate into your lifestyle. So what I did is my 10-day experience. So I drank those ketones first thing when I woke up. Then I had a cup of coffee with some heavy cream and stevia. If you don't need cream in your coffee, better yet, let those ketones absorb into your system on a completely empty stomach for sure. They still will work if you take them with food, but just in your 10-day experience, try it on an empty stomach and just see how it makes you feel. So then you're going to drink your ketones, and then throughout the day, if you're going all in and doing a ketogenic diet, which I highly recommend because it's just 10 days. So if you can just focus on that for 10 days, you're going to get your best result. And a lot of people can pull off something for 10 days. It's not too much to ask of yourself. And even if you can drastically reduce the amount of carbohydrates you're eating, like cutting out alcohol, cutting out processed food, cutting out those obvious, no-nos, then you should be totally fine. So yeah, that's what I did. I cut out all grains. I cut out, bread, beans. I cut out chips. I cut out regular crackers, alcohol, fruit. That's when you have to cut out. So apples, oranges, bananas, watermelon, cherries, those are off the table. But what you can have is berries. So you can have blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, boysenberry, anything that ends in berry, you can have. So all of this information, I'm kind of going to overload you because I just want to give you like the quick, like if you don't want to sit and read a PDF, I'm just going to give it to you right here. So berries instead of fruit, cut out the processed food, cut out the booze, cut out all of the low-fat diet stuff that you have. Throw it out. You're going to want to replace that with high-fat dairy and good quality high-fat sources like avocados, coconut oil, expeller pressed virgin olive oil, all of that stuff. Nuts and seeds are awesome. Peanut butter, almond butter. You can drink coffee, like I said, you can do it with heavy cream. So for sweeteners, I mentioned stevia. You can also do erythritol, and that's it. You don't want to fuck around with honey. You don't want to mess around with sucralose, with dextrose, with any of those. Anything ending in ose is a no-go. Stevia is a natural sugar derived from a plant leaf. It's been used for centuries and centuries and centuries, or years and years and years, or whatever. I don't know the exact, amount of time it's been used, but a long time, and you should Google stevia. It's really interesting. And you just want to have a full pantry and fridge of things that are keto friendly, because that's just going to make this 10 days go really well, really smooth. And I highly recommend downloading something called Carb Manager. Carb Manager is a free app. You can go on to, and again, if this is too much for you, I have a PDF that I will send you. I'll even talk to you. If you want to message me, if you want to DM me or Facebook message me or email me about getting that PDF prior to you purchasing a 10-day experience, which I usually only reserve for people actually that have purchased, I'm totally willing to share that with you if you just feel like you would like a concise guide. But there's tons of resources online. One of the best resources that I found is from Ruled Me. Ruled Me has amazing recipes. It has fantastic, very visual food lists, sample grocery lists. It just answers a lot of questions. That was my primary resource when I was looking into starting this. So, what can you eat? Berries, high quality fats, protein. So you can have chicken, beef, ground turkey, sausage, whatever you want. And then you can have, I feel like I'm missing something, vegetables. Of course, all veggies are fair game. Some weird ones that people don't normally expect to not be keto are potatoes, and that includes sweet potato. And that was a tough one for me because I did a lot of sweet potatoes because I was paleo in my initial part of the journey. And I transitioned into more of like a everything sort of diet, but I was still doing a lot of sweet potatoes. But you'll get used to it real quick not having them, trust me. So yeah, that's basically what you can have and what you can't have. The other big thing that you need to be very strict about is how much water you're drinking. So what you do is you take your weight, you cut that in half, and that's how many ounces of water you need to drink. So if you're 150 pounds, well, half of 150 is 75. So you're gonna need to drink 75 ounces of water per day. So it's pretty simple. I just like to round it up and do 100 ounces. If I shoot for 100 ounces, I'll usually fall somewhere where I need to be. So that's what works for me. And what I do is I buy this big jug from Super America. You can get it from any gas station, like a big 100-ounce jug. And every night I fill it with water, put it in my fridge so it's super cold. Let's see if I have it. And I put it in a little Lululemon bag. Here she is. So I fill this guy up. You can see I haven't drank all my water yet for the day, but it's still early, so I'll still be up for a few more hours. So I fill that up, and then I literally fill my blender cup from that big jug. And that just ensures that I get enough water and I'm not worried about like counting. I used to be like, well, I guess I'll keep a running tally of how many water bottles I filled. But throughout the day, I don't know, it's just hard for me to keep track. If you have a brain that can keep track of stupid, easy things like that I can't seem to remember for some weird reason, then that's awesome, and maybe you don't need to do the 100-ounce jug. But it was like $3. It really works well for me. So you need water, and you need electrolytes. So that's kind of how you do it. And with the carb manager, once you figure out what your macro breakdown is, and that you can find using a macro calculator. Rule to Me has an excellent one, but if you just Google it, there's lots. And you put in your weight, your height, your gender, things like that, and then it'll calculate how many carbohydrates, how many fats, and how many proteins you should be consuming per day. So it's super interesting. And then you literally plug those numbers into Carb Manager, and then you can keep track of what you're eating. So it has a really awesome scanner, so you can just scan the barcodes if you're having beef jerky or like a snack size bag of almonds. You literally just scan the barcode, and it'll upload for you, and it'll let you know, it'll show you on a scale how many carbs you've eaten, how many fats, and how many proteins. And that's all you have to do, you guys, for your 10-day experience if you want to really optimize. If you're like, you know what, I'm on the standard American diet right now, I'm really struggling, I eat a lot of processed food, I drink a lot of alcohol, it's going to be very, very difficult for me to do this just as it is, to incorporate drinking this, you know, these therapeutic ketones, then don't overwhelm yourself too much and try to go all in like that. Just go easy on yourself, eliminate things where you can. If you just reduce your, say you have a bagel and cream cheese and a caramel macchiato every single morning for breakfast, why don't you try, instead of having the caramel macchiato, have a coconut latte. Instead of the bagel, have some scramps, those little, what do they call them? Ceviche? No. I can't remember what they're called. They're little egg bites that they have at Starbucks. So instead of doing the bagel and cream cheese, oh my God. I was going to say, this is what happens when you drink and drive. This is what happens when you drive and record video. But I'm still going because I don't want to lose this. So yeah, replace your bagel and cream cheese with some egg bites, and replace your caramel macchiato with a coconut latte. Done. Simple changes, you guys. Doesn't have to be monumental. If you like to challenge yourself, then go all in. Go balls deep. Like, do it all. Instead of cutting out alcohol completely, instead of drinking beer, switch over to tequila and club soda with fresh squeezed lime. Yeah, maybe it'll be a transition for you, but you're still going to get to have your alcohol if that's something that you would still like to be able to have. So, I'm parked now, safe at home. So that's what I suggest. I suggest going all in, but I was already doing a health and wellness thing for, you know, over 2 years. Or maybe it's only been a year. No, 2 years. So, you know, I was ready to take that all in approach. So yeah, just do what you can where you can. Instead of having potatoes with Caesar salad and a cheeseburger, have the burger on an iceberg lettuce bun. You could even have some portobello mushroom barbecued in lieu of the potatoes, and then you can still have your Caesar salad. You know, so you don't need to start worrying necessarily about, well, the sugars in the Caesar salad dressing. Don't start worrying about that yet. Just focus on the big picture. Processed foods, remove those. Alcohol, remove those. Sugar, remove that. You know, just keep it very simple at first. So yeah, it's been 108 days. I'm absolutely in love with this lifestyle. My husband is in love with this lifestyle. He's lost in excess of 15 pounds. He's only been doing it, I think he's like 85 or 89 days in, maybe. Can't remember what he said. He texts me like every 3 days with the new number, so I should know it. He quit drinking. He quit smoking. I no longer drink. You know, my sleep is so much better. I used to be one of those people that lay awake for hours and hours and hours, just waiting to fall asleep, and my mind was racing like a hamster on a wheel, and I just couldn't shut down. And now I lay down and I fall asleep. Like, it probably takes me 10 minutes and I'm out. Like, that's pretty life-changing. The other thing that would happen when I couldn't sleep is I would get anxiety about the fact that I wasn't going to get enough rest. So I'd be looking at my watch being like, oh my God, I have to be up in, 4 hours. I have to be up in 5 hours, or whatever it was. And it would give me anxiety, which would keep me up longer. So to be able to get a better sleep has been very amazing for me. And then reduced anxiety. So not only would I get anxiety at night when I couldn't sleep, I'd get anxiety just throughout the day. Being anxious just about strange things, a generalized anxiety about what was I doing in my life, or overanalyzing things too much, just like racing thoughts, almost a little bit of kind of obsessive repetitive thoughts, things that it would bother me, and doing things like yoga helped in the moment, but this is really just like I don't have anxiety anymore like that. So that's absolutely incredible. I have maintained my muscle. I have lost inches, therefore fat. My body composition is totally changing. I work out less than I did before, and I'm in better shape. It's really incredible, you guys. And I don't get on here a lot and talk about like how I'm feeling and like reflect on the actual feeling of being in ketosis and of having this lifestyle, because it's almost like it's become normal. It's become normal to feel super elevated all the time. I used to, in the first couple of weeks, I was baffled that at 3 o'clock or 3:30, I wasn't in need of a coffee or a sweet treat. I just don't have that anymore. I don't have that glucose crash. So I'm super into the science behind it. I'm still learning a lot. I'm still new to this. 108 days is super awesome, but it's also just scratching the surface, and I've yet to experience all the incredible benefits that the ketogenic lifestyle has to offer. And I implore you, if you have had just a mild curiosity about this, and whether that's because you're overweight, whether that's because you have poor skin, you're not sleeping at night, you have anxiety, you have depression, and I'm not making medical claims, but these are things that I have found this product has helped with, and people that I know. If you're an elderly person and you just have just a general fatigue and you can't get going, you can't get motivated, try this product out, you guys. If you're a mother and you have a child that suffers from ADD or, seizure disorder, diabetes, these are things that I'm not going to make any medical claims again, but investigate this. Google the ketogenic diet. It's been around for a really, really, really long time. Prove It is the first company to actually have a patent pending for therapeutic or exogenous ketones. So it's an amazing product, and it's science-backed, 100%. Research the company. Don't just take my word for it. I'm going to have links below that will take you to my Prove It website where you can purchase products, but where you can also learn more about the company and the product itself. And then I'll also have a link to my email address, rachelgrahamwellness@gmail.com. Super easy to remember. My Instagram, rach.in.ketoland. I'm on Facebook, and Facebook Messenger is a great way to get in touch with me. So it's Rachel Graham. What are my other channels here? I do have a podcast. This is a new thing. I've only done a couple of episodes, but if you follow me on Instagram, I do have a link tree, which is basically a link that you click on and it opens up, and I have a few links in there. So I have a link to my YouTube channel, which is Rachel Graham Wellness. I have a link to my Shop Ketone site, and I have a link to the podcast. So get in touch with me, guys. I'm super excited to be on this journey, and I'm also doing a fitness nutrition certification currently, and a personal training certification. So ketones have really changed the trajectory of my life. I've been introduced to this new passion for the ketogenic lifestyle and just a healthy lifestyle in general that has, I don't know, it's just crazy. Like, I'm 33 years old, I'm a hairstylist, but yet I see my life moving in this health and wellness direction, in more of like an educating role, in a training role, in a helping you facilitate your own change, your own transformation. So super stoked. I hope you guys like this video. It's 19 minutes and 42 seconds. I tried to keep it short by talking super fast, so I hope this wasn't overwhelming, but yeah, get in touch. Have an amazing day, you guys. Bye.